Listen to Country Coffee every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern, right here on JD Foxx Radio.
Yesterday's favorites with today's country hits.
Hi-yo, silver, eyes that look like heaven, lips like cherry wine.
Good morning, JD Foxx Radio. We are live in Key West, Florida, and it is beautiful out here. Really nice and warm. Well, I guess we could say hot. And we made it. We made it safe and sound, and everything's going perfect. We are right now outside of the Cuban Coffee Queen, and there's a nice long line for coffee. Everybody's waiting for their cafe con leche. So I'm going to go ahead and get in line and get my coffee. Right now, you guys, just check out the music. We're going to get things started with a nice, cool Key West kind of vibe.
I've been up to my neck, working 6 days a week.
All right, JD Foxx Radio Country Coffee. Michael Wade here with you, and we are live from Key West, Florida. More specifically, we are down on the waterfront watching all the boats come in. We've got the Fury Water Adventure guys getting all set up to go out on a morning cruise, and we'll talk more about them a little later. We are on the waterfront. In fact, we just came out of the Waterfront Brewery. It's a little hot already, so I passed on my Cuban Coffee Queen this morning, and I'll get one of those later, I'm sure. But I went for the Lazy Day IPA, and that's really cool. So I'm going to sit here and sip on that, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
I got my toes in the water, toes in the sand. I don't...
JD Foxx Radio. JD Foxx Radio.
Listen to Country Coffee every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern.
jdfoxxradio.com.
All right, JD Foxx Radio, Michael Wade here with you, and we have wandered inside. We are in Key West Distillery with Bob Adam. And Bob, this is really cool. You got the still running today, and it's just a neat atmosphere happening here.
Very much so. We do a lot of things different in this room. We're starting off with Demerara sugar. We do not use molasses in our rum. Demerara is the true first pressing of the sugar cane in a crystallized form. This sugar gives us two major advantages right off the bat. A much different flavor base than a molasses set rum. And secondly, and most importantly, by using this sugar, we can come off our last still at a much lower proof, and in that way maintain many of rum's unique flavors, which are usually burnt off in the distilling phase. Example, by using this sugar, we come off our last still at about 145 proof. That's what we work with in this room. Any molasses-based rum has to come off their last still at almost 170 proof to burn off the bitterness which is inherent to all molasses. Hence, first pressing of the sugar cane, no bitterness, lower proof, more flavor.
So the key thing there is you get the flavors of the rum, but not all that heat, so you can really enjoy it.
Exactly.
And it says here on the sign, the first legal rum distillery.
Yes, that's what we were. My boss, Paul Menta, basically went through all the effort to become the very first legal distillery. It's unfortunate, though, because Florida has kept us all under prohibition laws. So again, we have to jump through many interests and hoops on a daily basis.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the case everywhere. We're still fighting prohibition, even though it was over a long, long time ago. And it's kind of neat because people can walk in right off the street and come in and see the operation happening, what's going on, and they can also take some of these fantastic rums.
Again, there are no rules in play in distilling rum. So the more people that we can bring back here and show you exactly what we're doing, the better off we are.
That's amazing. All right, well, I'm going to let the music play, and I'm going to go taste some of these great rums. Thanks again.
Excellent, guys. Have a great day.
The only two things in life that make it worth living.
Hi, JD Foxx Radio Country Coffee, and we are still at the Key West Rum Distillery, and we just tasted some rums, and I'm with Caitlin. Caitlin, hello.
Hi, how you doing?
We're doing great. It's cool in here, so we're doing better. Now, we just tasted some of the rums, and the one we just tasted was the Bad Bitch rum.
Yeah, the Bad Bitch is aged in Pinot Noir barrels, so it gets a caramel, vanilla, oaky flavor from the barrel.
Now, this bottle has a special little labeling on it, so tell me about this little labeling we got.
Yeah, so it actually is labeled Irma because during the Hurricane Irma, this batch was in the barrel and the pressure dropped and made it taste more caramel, so it squeezed more out of that barrel.
Wow, so Irma actually did some good and helped make some of the rum here.
Yeah, it made some great rum.
That's really cool. So we're going to taste some more rums, and then we'll be back in a few minutes.
Yesterday's favorites with today's country hits.
Hi, JD Foxx Radio Country Coffee. Michael Wade here with you, and boy, we are enjoying our time down here in Key West. And the drive wasn't so bad. And, well, we're reaping the pleasures now. We just stepped out of the Key West Winery, and Monica, my producer, yes, I'm finally allowed to say her name. We tasted the wines together. What'd you think of the wines at the Key West Winery?
Very fruity, very refreshing, and many wines that I've never had before, like flavors I never thought I would get when I had a glass of wine.
Yeah, we had one wine that was a carrot wine. What else was it? We had a mango wine, a kiwi wine, just pretty any flavor you can think of. They're making a wine out of it.
And they make slushies. We had one that was called Hurricane 5. It was like a mango slushy. You put it in the freezer, and they sell them like in little bags, which is like the perfect size for one person.
Yeah, for one person. We also, it was kind of cool. We tasted like 20 wines, so we're feeling pretty good. The rest of the show is going to be great. At least 20 wines we tasted. And the kind of neat thing about it, Kelly, who is the tasting room attendant there, she was telling us that they make all the wines in St. Petersburg, Florida, but they use as many local fruits as they can. And we even tasted a wine that was made from Florida oranges.
Yes, it was called Cocoa Beach. It was an orange wine that was fermented with chocolate syrup. Now, interestingly enough, the first taste, you don't get chocolate, you don't really get orange, you get bubble gum. Yes, I said bubble gum. Yeah,
it tasted like Bazooka Joe right on the first taste there, and then the kind of chocolate and orange came in on the finish. And I'm pretty much like a wine guy. We drink a lot of wine, but this was pretty unique. And I gotta say, they even had one wine that was just orange. So we liked the wines really good. It was a lot of fun. We're gonna get the music going. We got a little Key West version of Wagon Wheel here for you from Don Middlebrook. We're having a great time down here in Key West, and the Country Coffee Show continues.
Heading down south to the land of the pines, coming my way into North Carolina, staring up the road, praying to God I see headlights.
Mama anymore.
Is it possible the two youths?
To what? What was that word?
What word?
To what?
What?
Did you say youths?
Yeah, two youths.
What is a ute?
Oh, excuse me, Your Honor. Two youths.
JD Foxx Radio.
Michael Wade, Cullison, JD Foxx Radio, and we've wandered down the southern end of Duval Street. One of my favorite parts of Key West is the artist, and we've got lots of artists in Key West and a really cool artist community, and you can walk the streets and just see some fantastic artwork and actually watch the art being made right in front of your eyes. And we've got one of those artists right here. Good morning, how are you?
I'm doing well, how are you?
Great. Now, you've got some really great scenery artwork and some dolphins and fish and all kinds of cool things.
Yeah, I've actually only been painting for about 5 years. Once I decided what I wanted to do with my life, I knew I wanted to live in paradise and paint by the water. So here I am doing it. So it turns out my painting style is and my subject matter is Key West in a nutshell. Yeah, from the local chickens, from the sea life to the sunsets.
So you've come down here and now you're living the dream, which is what we all think of when we come to Key West, and we all want to do it, but you're actually doing it.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but I actually painted my first mural in Melbourne, Florida to fund my trip down. I've only been here for 4 months, and Key West, they say, will either it'll suck you in or it'll spit you out. So far, it's been sucking me in. I've got a mural down at the end of Simonton I've already completed in my 4 months here at Loggerhead, 0 Simonton, on the opposite end of the island. I've got more projects happening around Fantasy Fest and Goombay at the beginning of it, and it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be on Petronia Street, so look forward to doing that. But like I said, I've only been painting for 5 years. I've always drawn, but I never had an opportunity to paint until I actually applied for a job for Painting with a Twist, and I basically faked it until I made it, became the lead art instructor, and did that for 5 years. And once I kind of reached the top of that, here I am to chase down my own dreams and, live here.
So the Bob Ross approach took you to Key West.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Happy little trees. I hear them happy little palm trees, right?
So can people normally find you down here at the southern end of Duval?
Yeah, I love to paint here because it's, it's right by the water, and I can pull a lot of inspiration out of it. And but yeah, you can find me here at the Tipsy Rooster on Simonton. I'm kind of like the resident artist there. You can also find me at Mallory Square Sunset Celebration. So I paint down there and also sell my work there as well.
So what's your name so people can look you up? Is there a web address or anything?
Actually, I do most of my marketing through social media, through Facebook and Instagram. You can find me, Lance Berry, and in Instagram you can find me LB Art Commissions, and you can see all my work there.
That's perfect. It is beautiful work. So I'm going to take some photographs so we can put it up. We'll link your Facebook page up on our Facebook page.
Sweet. Sounds amazing.
Thanks. Enjoy your morning.
Yeah, you too. Thanks a lot.
Still runs good, built to last. Moves like a hula girl on the dash. She ain't made for practicality. Yeah, I guess she's just like me. It's Saturday night, about time to go. Got my white leather jacket and a neon soap. Once I turn on the radio, I'm ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Feel like a heart.
Yesterday's favorites with today's country hits.
All right, JD Foxx Radio Country Coffee. We just stepped into Kermit's Key Lime Shop, and we talked to Kermit. It was kind of cool. He was telling me they've been there for over 20 years, and they've got over 100 different key lime treats for you. And we tried the key lime on a stick, and my, oh my, was that good. Kermit was a great guy. He was walking around with a key lime pie, and it looked real, but it wasn't. And when unsuspecting people got too close to Kermit, he gave him a little smack in the belly with his key lime pie. It was kind of funny watching everybody's reaction. But the other cool thing Kermit was telling me about is right across from his place here on the pier is this white box. And it's just kind of an unassuming white box. It just has a couple windows. And what Kermit was telling me is it's a recording studio, and it's Jimmy Buffett's. And lots of great artists come and record there. He told me last week George Strait was there recording his new album. And a week before that, Zach Brown was down here recording in the studio. So it's kind of cool. It's just this unassuming white box, this little building with no signage or anything right here on the pier. So when you pass by it, you really have no idea what it is or what's going on in there. But it's really cool once you know. So there you go, a little Key West trivia for you. If you're ever down here, go to the, the AB Pier?
A&B Marina.
The A&B Marina. See, still getting help from my producer. And you'll just see this white box and check it out. You never know who might be inside. Let's do a little George Strait right now.
If you leave me, I won't miss you, and I won't ever take you back. Girl, your memory won't ever haunt me, 'cause I don't love you, and I feel by that. I got some oceanfront property in Arizona. From my front porch you can see the sea. I came crawling home last night, but radar home.
feel more at ease here. You won't need.
All right, JD Foxx Radio Country Coffee, Michael Wade here with you, and we're having a great time in Key West. And on Wednesday, we did the Key West food tour, and Shannon's here with us, who took us on the tour, and it was so much fun. We had a great time. Thanks for walking us around and showing us just so many neat things here in Key West.
My pleasure.
Now, I think the coolest thing about the tour, and what I think, makes it neat, because it's called a food tour, but it's really not. It's like a Key West tour, because you get the history, you get the background, and the food's just like part of the culture and everything you see.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, food tours are kind of global. I mean, they're really making their way around the world, and they're getting more and more popular. And if you haven't done one before, I really recommend it, because it doesn't matter if you haven't been, to a place, whether this is the first time you're going or whether you've been 100 times and you just want to see it with new eyes. This is a really fun way to learn culture, learn history through food, but also get a walking tour around wherever you're visiting. In our case, it's Key West. And there's a lot to show you. We've had history dating back to the 1700s, and there's really a lot to show people. So.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun, and I guess if you called it an educational tour, more people wouldn't sign up. So you got to call it a food tour. And there was also, we had some libations on the tour, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, our signature cocktail down here, or at least one of the major ones, is a rum runner. That's what you had. And yeah, you're right. It is. It's a really fun, almost pirate-style drink. It started as a hunch punch, if you will, and now it's a light rum, dark rum, banana and blackberry liqueur concoction that tantalizes, just completely mesmerizes our guests down here. And you had yours on the rocks.
Yeah, we did the southernmost tour, which is like a combination of some food and some drinks. But you guys do other types of tours too. What are those like?
We do. They're the same kind of style and setup as far as we like to keep it at small groups. So you're looking at 12 and under typically, and you get your local guide. That was me today. But we have a seafood lovers tour, and that's all seafood. I mean, it's not just fish. I told you a little bit about it on the tour, but we've got tons of local fish, our own lobster, our own shrimp, and stone crab claws. And so that's what we're kind of going to go around and eat a lot of that. And then on top of that, our brand new tour is actually a cocktail crawl. And that is a little bit more low-key, obviously less history. Nobody cares when you're drinking like that. But we have the most bars per capita in the entire country, the most bartenders per capita in the entire country. So if you're not drinking when you're in Key West, you're really missing out.
So what's the website where people can find out more about Key West food tours and how they can sign up and book their tour? Because they're going to want to do it, because really it's part of coming to Key West is just to learn about Key West. There's a lot more than just Duval Street down here.
Yeah, and I'd even say there's a little bit of extra to that. It's definitely a mistake to book through a third party. You definitely want to book direct, and if you do that with us, you're going to get the better deals and the better connection with our company. And that's at www.keywestfoodtours.com. Easy peasy, right?
Yes, it is. Well, thanks a lot. We had a great time, and it was so much fun, and I'll probably do it again when we come back.
Oh, I hope to see you again. We're very blessed with returning guests, and I hope you're one of them.
Thanks again.
Hey girl, what's your name, girl? I've been looking at you and every guy here's doing.
JD Foxx Radio.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, the Key West food tour. Boy, so educational and just really, really neat. You learned about the history and the culture of Key West, and just really, really more than a food tour. Food tour is really it's much bigger than that. And I learned something really neat. I learned that I love Cuban food. Yeah, we went to the Siboney restaurant. We got this dish. It was this pulled shredded pork that had been marinated with rice and black beans. Oh my gosh, it was heaven. That was my favorite dish on the tour. So be sure to do that. If you're in Key West, check out Key West food tours.
Rolling with the flow.
Baby likes to rock it like a bug. To rock it like a boogie woogie choo-choo train. Choo-choo train. Baby likes to rock it like a boogie woogie choo-choo train.
All right, JD Foxx Radio Country Coffee, and got a nice breeze, found a spot of shade, and you always get a nice breeze down here because it's a small island. It's just like 4 miles by like 2 miles, so air circulates well off the ocean down here. But it's warm. It's warm. Won't take that away. But we were prepared for it because we were down here last July. The other thing we were prepared, on the ride down here, we were checking out to see how the recovery was going from Hurricane Irma. And overall, it's a good report. Everybody's doing really well in rebuilding and getting things back up, and we were surprised. It really coming back quick. The one thing that did make our heart kind of skip a beat is we were heading down to Mallory Square. When we turned the corner, the pier at the famous Sunset Pier, the big part of the pier is still gone. Yeah, they're working on rebuilding it. We saw the construction going on. They're putting in like cement pillars on the pier to kind of make it more hurricane worthy, I guess, and so it'll stay sturdy during the hurricane. But they persevered. They've pushed the stage off to the side there, and they still got the live music going, and it's a much smaller section of the pier, but still a neat place. We stopped there and had a nice cocktail. But yeah, overall, proud to report that things are bouncing back pretty well down here in the Florida Keys.
I can still shut down the party. I can hang with anybody. I can drink whiskey and red wine, champagne all night, little scotch on the rocks, and I'm fine, I'm fine. But when I taste tequila, baby, I still see ya cutting up the floor in a sorority t-shirt, the same one you wore when we were sky high in Colorado. Your lips pressed against the bottle, slamming on a Bible, baby, I'd never leave you. I remember how bad I need you when I taste tequila.
Yesterday's favorites with today's country hits.
Hey, we're having just a great time doing all kinds of neat, fun things with all our new friends. The people from I'm trying to say it right. It's F-U-R-Y, and think of Furious, so it's Fury Water Adventures. Yeah, I got it right. It's not Furry Adventures. It's Fury Water Adventures, where we went out on their Commotion on the Ocean Sunset Cruise. Want to thank the staff. We had Mosquito Joe and Bailey, who were our bartenders, and Luke, who was one of the attendants, and also the photographer. Yeah, they took really good care of us. I hung out right next to the bar most of the time. No, it was really great. They had margaritas flowing really well, and they even had some wine on the boat. Yes, we had some Chardonnay, so that was good. And we had some live music on the boat. We were dancing. What was the name of the band?
The Corey Hayden Band.
The Corey Hayden Band. Yes, they were good. They played a good mix. They even played some country tunes, so that was fun. Yeah, so if you're down here and you want to have a nice sunset booze cruise, we had food too. We had conch fritters. They had all kinds of little hors d'oeuvre things, but the booze was the main treat after the music. Music was tops. Well, actually, really, you know what? The big part was the sunset. The sunset was amazing, and there's nothing like being out on the water and watching the sunset. Yeah, I said water, and having a nice cocktail and listening to some good live music. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Speaking of good music, we got some good music coming up next right here on JD Foxx Radio.
Yeah, I'm a pirate 'cause I got the booty. Come a little closer 'cause she was a cutie. Yo, ho, ho, I got a bottle of rum and you wanna get some.
All right, JD Foxx Radio Country Coffee. We did what you do in Key West last night. We went out on Duval Street and we bounced around a couple bars and had a few cocktails and had a good old time. Fun time. Yes, the whole crew. And we went into one really fun bar. It's called Willie T's. And that's one of those bars where you hang up the dollar bills. You write your name on a dollar bill and you staple it to the wall there in the bar. Yes, and we did do a JD Foxx Radio dollar bill, and we stapled that to the wall right above our booth. So if you happen to be sitting in Willie T's on Duval Street and you look up above the booth, you might see a dollar bill that says jdfoxxradio.com. Yeah, so check it out. You might get lucky. Yeah, you call me up with that serial number. Maybe we'll have a prize. There you go.
Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake.
All right, the other day we visited the Key West Butterfly Conservatory. Yeah, it was cool. I liked it. It was neat. I mean, it's more than just a bunch of butterflies flying around. You go into this this big glass dome, and it's a neat garden area you walk through, and there's just thousands of different butterflies flying around. And they got birds flying around. They got some lizards in there running around, some turtles. And you just walk around. They got this like calming music playing. The whole thing's very zen. Just takes you into a nice relaxing thing, just watching these butterflies fly around you, and it's all the beautiful colors and really big butterflies. It was neat. I enjoyed it. In fact, when you get to the door to leave, they make you check yourself to make sure you don't have any butterfly hitchhikers on you. And yeah, I had one. Stuck right to me. Got a picture of him. He was trying to stow away. So I had to wait and stand there for him to fly off before I could exit the building. Yeah, he wanted to come home with me. Oh, boy. All right, we'll keep things going right here on JD Foxx Radio.
I'm the son of a third-generation farmer.
And yes, we are doing all the touristy things down here in Key West. And I'll tell you, the ones that are worth doing, so far, everything we've done has been worth doing. We did the Papa Hemingway house, the home of Ernest Hemingway, and it was really neat. And yes, the six-toed cats are there, but we took the tour. You have the option. You can go with a tour guide, or you can just walk around the grounds yourself and check out the house. And there's lots of reading material on the walls and stuff to tell you about things. But it's worth doing it with the guide, because you get a lot more information about the house and the stories and things like that. It's just a lot of fun, and we enjoyed it. And yes, the six-toed cats are there, and you get to pet them and play with them, and you know, they kind of run the place. But it was really cool. I enjoyed it. So even if you don't know anything about any of Ernest Hemingway's novels, it's worth going on the tour, because you'll just... It's just it's more than just a house. There's a lot of history there, and a lot of stories about him and Key West and his 4 wives and things like that. So that's on the list of things to do if you're down here. Visit the Ernest Hemingway house.
Bet you think I'm sitting at home? No. Bet you think that I'm all alone? No. Bet you Cadillac style.
Hi, this is JD Foxx. Thank you for listening to JD Foxx Radio.
Whose bed have your boots been under?
So the big trend that I've noticed, and this may have been something forever, and I just never noticed it, is stickers on every pole. There's stickers for everything. I mean, different restaurants, different bars. And it's just not the Key West restaurants and bars. I mean, people bring stickers from their hometowns and put them on the poles. I saw at least 5 or 6 stickers on a pole down here in Key West in different places for restaurants that are within 5 miles of my home back home. It's kind of neat. Yeah, the stickers from everywhere. So when you walk around, you stop and you look at them. There's all kinds of different weird things to see. It's a neat little weird, quirky town. But stickers was kind of fun for me. I don't know. But I saw ones from Ocean City, Maryland, from Fishtail, some from Rehoboth Beach, just all kinds of neat little stickers. So, and I started gathering them up. So next year when I come down, I'm probably going to bring down some JD Foxx Radio stickers, and we'll spread them around. Yeah.
Driving down the interstate, running 30 minutes late, singing Margaret.
It's just that simple. S-I-M-P-L-E, simple as can be.
All right, time for another Key West fun fact. I say another. So all I keep doing is giving these neat fun facts. But this one's kind of cool. I guess when you're walking around down here, you notice different things. And one thing we notice, if you go on any porch or under any awning and you look up, no matter what the color of the house, the upper roof of the porch is painted like a turquoise blue color. And at first I thought it was to be like the sky. You know, like sky blue, but it's not. We found out it's actually to be like the turquoise color of the ocean, because apparently the voodoo gods say that the haunting spirits don't travel over water. So if you paint this color over your door, the evil spirits won't come into your house. So that was kind of neat. But it does have a dual effect because apparently bugs don't like, and bees and wasps, they don't like to make nests in water. So they painted that color, and it helps keep away the bugs. Yeah, it's kind of neat. I think when I get home, I'm going to paint the underneath of my porch a turquoise kind of ocean color blue and see if it works, because the bugs are always hanging out on my porch. Well, we'll see.
Just watching her blonde hair, sunburned, stare at them white cats. She's steaming.
Yesterday's favorite with today's country hits. JD Foxx Radio.
So besides the great Cuban coffee that I've been enjoying down here, my food of choice has been the conch fritters. Yes, they're so good. And a conch is basically, it's what's inside those big shells, those seashells that you see people holding up to their ears. Yes, what lives inside that is a conch. And they fry them up, and it looks like a little hush puppy, and they're so good. But the key is when you order it, you want to see if they're homemade, because the homemade ones are best. You don't want frozen conch fritters. And the best way to tell is by the sauce. If they bring it to you with some regular old cocktail sauce, most likely they were frozen. But if you get a nice homemade sauce, I mean, some of them are like a honey mustard flavor. Some of them have different spices. Some of them are like honey and sweet. If you get a nice homemade sauce, there's a good chance that they were homemade conch fritters. So as soon as you bite into them, you get that juicy flavor. You know that it's the real stuff. So that's my recommendation. If you're down here and you like seafood, you got to try the conch fritters. They're so good. Oh my, I'm going to go get some now. Okay.
You can take the house and everything in it. Deep it down.
Abby is someone. Abby someone. Abby who? Abby normal. Abby normal.
You're listening to JD Foxx Radio.
Listen to Country Coffee every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern.
jdfoxxradio.com.
All right, so on the ride down here, the 22-hour drive, wasn't so bad. I hope the ride home is just as easy. It really wasn't. And when we tell people we drove it and we came down 22 hours from Maryland, they all look at us and go, really? But no, we did it. It wasn't so bad. In fact, I was the solo driver. I drove the entire thing. Now, we did take a break. We stopped at south of the border between North and South Carolina. And that was kind of neat. It's one of those things you got to do at least once. You got to stop and see Pedro, the big sombrero hat, and it's a bunch of little tchotchke stores. But it was neat. It was really neat. In fact, we had lunch there, and like four of us, we all ate for under $30. It wasn't bad either. It was good food. It's a neat little stand. It's kind of neat because it started out way back in the history of things, back in the 50s. It started out as a little beer stand, and it's grown from there. And boy, has it grown. I mean, it's on both sides of the street. Yeah, south of the border. I don't think we're going to hit that on the way back. We've done our one-time visit. It's off our bucket list, and so been there, done that. But you got to at least do it once, and you got to get a bumper sticker, and we did all that. So that's great. And I did bring JD back a sombrero. Yeah, yesterday, where we're staying, we have a swimming pool, and we came back from a long walk. I thought it'd be nice to jump in the pool and cool off. Well, I learned real quick it's not how it works down here. No, the pool water is warm. Yes, it's out in the sun all day, and you don't need heated pools down here. No, the pools are hot. We did come back in the evening and get in the pool, do a little night swimming, and that's the way you got to do it down here. Night swimming is the way to go. Yes. Oh, boy. It was fun. Yeah. After a couple libations, a little night swimming. Yeah, it was a good party. We had a party. A pool party. That's it. All right. We'll keep things rolling right along here on JD Foxx Radio, live from Key West, Florida.
Well, that's a real nice jacket, son. It looks like it cost you too.
All right, so tonight we're going to go to the Better Than Sex dessert restaurant. Yes, you've heard the commercials. We're finally going to get to go. And it's going to be fun. We're going to sit down and have some dessert with the owners and talk to them, and we'll record it. We'll record a little segment. In fact, we'll post on social media when that's going to air. And that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to dessert tonight. And we'll see if it's actually truly better than sex.
Well, if I had money, I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd go downtown.
And another favorite stop for us down here in Key West is the Two Friends restaurant. And we stopped in there and had dinner the other day, and we were sitting in the bar area, and we know that we watch on Friday nights back home their karaoke parties that start about 8:30. And I thought maybe we might be on the webcam, and I was going to post something on Facebook and say to look for us as we were sitting there eating our dinner. But I checked, and the webcam's not on during the week. It's just on during the karaoke party. So that'll be on tonight at 8:30. And I don't know, maybe we'll swing in there. So watch it and see. That's Two Friends live webcam. Go on they have one that goes off the roof outside, and they got another one inside the bar they call their karaoke cam. Maybe we'll get up there and sing a song or two. You just have to watch and see. No guarantees.
Back this hitch up into the water. Untie all.
All right, JD Foxx Radio Country Coffee. Celebrity Watch. Yes, we heard Lady Gaga was down here. We heard earlier that George Strait was down here recording an album last week, so we just missed George. Boy, it would have been neat to run into King George. Zach Brown was down here last week. A lot of bars said that he had stopped in, so it seems like I'm just missing Zach Brown. A lot of bars I go into, they're like, oh yeah, he was here. I don't know, maybe every bar is just saying that, but it was fun. Yeah, so we're on the Celebrity Watch while we're down here, looking for other celebrities. I say other as if I'm a celebrity, but no, I'm not. But I am on the Celebrity Watch. We'll see if we can find a celebrity.
Someday I'm gonna be famous. Do I have talent? Well, what? Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Everybody says, save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Well, there's 90 minutes of your life you'll never get back. Sorry.
JD Foxx Radio.
And a cool thing that I learned about Papa Hemingway at his house was that his house is directly across the street from the lighthouse down here. And they said that Papa Hemingway liked that because he said when he left the bars, he could always find his way home just by going towards the lighthouse. Well, believe it or not, the home we're staying in is only a block and a half from the lighthouse. So I've used the same trick twice to find my way home. Yeah, it's the lighthouse trick. It's a good one. Thanks, Papa Hemingway.
Betty's out being bad tonight. Betty and her boyfriend had a big.
If it doesn't sound like country music, it isn't.
JD Foxx Radio. JD Foxx Radio.
Breaking my heart, can't you see? Baby, have mercy on me.
All right, well, I've wandered further up Duval Street, and it's kind of cool because we found a second location of the Cuban Coffee Queen, and I looked, and this one does not have a line. So I'm going to go over there and get myself my Cafe Con Leche because it's got a little garden area here, and it's nice and shady, and I'm going to sit here and just enjoy my Cafe Con Leche because the cool thing is the Cuban coffee that they make this with, it is high octane. I'm talking just, it's a power boost. Yeah. And then it's got the warm milk in there. It's just so good. It's just heaven. And I crave them all year long. So I'm going to go get another one right now. My Cafe Con Leche. And so we'll be right back as soon as I'm done enjoying this.
Yesterday's favorite with today's country hits.
All right, JD Foxx Radio, Country Coffee. It's me and the Roosters out here walking around, and I'm sipping my Cafe Con Leche, and boy, the effect of that Cuban coffee. I can feel it already. Yeah, I'm a little jittery. I did find a neat T-shirt last night at Willie T's Bar. In fact, I think I might make their slogan the slogan of this show. The T-shirts read, "You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning." Yeah, I think that's a good theme for this show. All right, we'll keep things going right here on JD Foxx Radio Country Coffee, live from Key West, Florida.
3rd of June, she said goodbye. I'm just an old jukebox junkie.
JD Foxx Radio Country Coffee, live from Key West, Florida. We wandered off of Duval Street because the street cleaners were coming by, and it got pretty loud. In fact, you still might be able to faintly hear them in the background. So I came back into the Cuban Coffee Queen, got myself another Cafe Con Leche, and then I wandered in. They got a little new building on the side here, and it's actually the Cuban Coffee Queen Roasters, and they have all of the different types of Cuban coffee that you can purchase and take home with you. So I will be doing that. And they have T-shirts in there too, and I like the slogan. It says, "Drink Cuban coffee. It helps you do stupider things faster." Yes. All right, so I'm going to get back to enjoying this coffee. You enjoy this great music. We'll return to you in just a moment, live from Key West, Florida.
I left Oklahoma, driving in a Pontiac, just about to lose my mind.
Like what you hear? Tell a friend. Tell 2 friends. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. jdfoxxradio.com.
All right, JD Foxx Radio Country Coffee, live from Key West, Florida. Sitting here enjoying my Cafe Con Leche at the Cuban Coffee Queen, and boy, I think I'm going to have to go in there and get a couple bags of those roasters to go home. They've got so many different flavors, it's going to be hard to choose. I may have to do some taste testing. Yes. Oh, boy. They told me that one Cafe Con Leche is equivalent to 2 coffees back home. And I've already had a couple of these this morning, so I think I'm past my record. Speaking of records, I took a look at the local paper this morning, and the headline is Key West broils in record temperatures. 22 days in a row above 90 degrees. And when it's above 90 degrees, it usually feels above 100 down here. Yeah, it feels much warmer. The heat index down here in Duval is pretty hot. And sweating through a lot of shirts every day, but I don't mind it. I love the heat. The heat is good. I'd much rather have the heat than be shoveling snow. I think this is why me and this area fit in so well together. Just love Key West. I really do. And that's why I keep coming back. All right, well, I'm going to get back to sipping my coffee and read some of this newspaper, and we'll listen to some great country music right here on JD Foxx Radio, live from Key West, Florida.
I know I'm probably if you were a better man.
All right, JD Foxx Radio Country Coffee, live from Key West, Florida. Getting hungry, doing all this walking around and sweating. Just got my hunger up. So we're going to head over to Blue Heaven for some breakfast today. It's great because they serve breakfast until 2 in the afternoon. So those late risers can still get up and get a good breakfast. And Blue Heaven, just fantastic breakfast. The Eggs Benedict. You can get it with lobster. You can get it with shrimp, crab. And the shrimp's kind of cool. They're much bigger down here. The local shrimp are really big. And when you catch them, they're pink shrimp. They look like they've already been cooked. Yeah, really cool. But you still got to cook them. And Blue Heaven, deep in history. Back in the day, the main building where the restaurant is used to be a bordello down here. And they had a boxing ring out back, and Ernest Hemingway used to box there and also referee boxing matches there at Blue Heaven. And they also had cockfighting there. And the evidence of that is there's a little graveyard for some of the roosters from the events there at Blue Heaven. But it's not like that anymore. It's just great, great food and good music, too. So it's a great place to visit. Our favorite go-to place. Man, we're going to head over there now. I'm just getting hungry just thinking about it. All right, we'll be right back here on JD Foxx Radio, live from Key West, Florida.
That's right.
right, so that's going to be a wrap for this year's Key West, Florida broadcast. And boy, I'll tell you, this place, this island, this whole lifestyle has really had an effect on my life. I hope I can take back this just laid back, chill feel and just make it part of my life when I get home. It really is something that just takes over you when you get down here on the island. You just suck it in. And like they say, Key West either sucks you in or spits you out. Well, it's definitely sucked me in. I love it. I really do. And I can't wait to get back. In fact, as soon as we get home, I'm going to start planning our return. It really has become part of me. And I hope I can carry that lifestyle into the rest of my life when I get back home. That just laid back, let it be, you know. It almost sounds like a Kenny Chesney song, doesn't it? So we're going to wrap this one up from Key West, Florida. But don't worry, we've got another big trip in the works. We're going to be doing another big trip. We're going to announce that soon. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming along on the adventure down here in Key West. And until next time, boy, oh boy, what a great trip this was. I mean it. Wow. Mike Ocean's up next right here on JD Foxx Radio.
Gonna put the world away for a minute, pretend I don't live in it. Sunshine gonna wash my blues away. Had sweet love, but I lost it. She got too close, so I fought it. Now I'm lost.